what ourselves and Lyft are trying to do is to break apart all the use cases of owning a car. You own a car to get to work, you own a car to pick up the kids at school, you own a car to get groceries, etc. Right. And we're building out services to solve each of those use cases and ultimately making it unnecessary for you to own a car. And we think there are plenty of companies who can be a part of that revolution.
And after Susan Lee interviewed him, all the automaker stocks tumbled. What he's saying is just, don't you bother in the car. Just take an Uber. Susan Lee is here with more on that interview. We also have Republican New York City Council Minority Whip Joe Borelli, good friend of the President of the United States as well. Welcome to both of you. Thank you. Susan, as soon as I heard that, I said, okay, well, there goes the car industry. But his point was there's more to Uber than just a quick ride in Manhattan or any city, right?
Right. And he says Uber right now, as big as it is, $70 billion company, they only own and they're responsible for only 1% of the miles driven on the road globally. So there is an opportunity to grow 20 to 30 times bigger in the future. It's not just cars, you know that. Right. I mean, they're going to do scooters in the future. They're going to do bikes in the future.
Are they going to go public?
Flying taxis as well, 5 years.
In the future? You got into that a little bit.
That was part of the answer, and they are still on track, they say, for 2019 and an IPO. And I assume it's because they need to raise cash because they're burning a lot of cash still. They're not profitable. So it's a way for investors to get out who have been holding for 10 years and also bring in new capital as well.
What did he say? And I haven't forgotten you, my friend, but what did he say about the overall economic environment? Likes it? What?
Well, I think business is still strong for them, despite the fact that they do have competition in Lyft. They still own 70% of the ride-hailing market. So for him, I feel like it's still a strong business for Uber. No one's questioning the strength of the business. But in terms of where they're going to take it, I think that's the question. You know,
that leads me to you, because that's been one of the things the president has talked about, you know, not necessarily about Uber, but the environment here. That is what's working, despite all this back and forth about, you know, unnamed officials getting editorials in the New York Times and books that come out that are going to once again raise these critical issues that the White House is bedlam. That the backdrop is great market, great economy, great environment, and I'll survive this too.
Well, right. So you have a company like Uber who is looking to expand, looking to grow into other cities. And then you look at a city like New York, which Uber should be thriving, should be doing spectacular. And the city's actually seeking to curb their ability. I'm ashamed. I used Uber Eats to get some fast food. I probably shouldn't have done that. But it just goes to show you how the particular market for this type of company is only growing. It's a shame that the city government here and other cities around the country would want to stifle, the potential to really innovate just to solve a real problem. Congestion is a real problem.
But it hasn't stopped the growth of this company.
But it certainly will here in New York City, and you'll see other companies do the same thing. They put a cap on new licenses. Uber has a retention rate of drivers in the 20%. Mm-hmm. So if they're just stopping to give new licenses, there will be an ultimate reduction of drivers. Ultimate reduction of drivers, obviously cost goes up, the company's less convenient, less people use it.
In terms of revenue, New York's still the biggest city for Uber to operate.
Certainly, 100%, yes, yeah. But it's also the leader politically, and we see countless times where we'll adopt some progressive policy here, and it'll be duplicated all over the country. That's why Uber made such a big fight here, because they know that's the direction.
But they lost the fight, and that is a concern that it will go across the country in terms of cities implementing, license caps in the future.
So you're not a fan of Mayor de Blasio?
No, because again, you took a real problem, congestion, and you tried to solve it by not really solving it, just making it more inconvenient, more expensive for real New Yorkers who live in the outer boroughs. Yeah. I've never seen a yellow taxi in Staten Island in my whole life, but I get to use Uber whenever I want to go out for a beer or go out with my wife for a dinner. I mean, this is a real option for people.
So when you did the Uber Eats thing, that was just for you. That wasn't for you and your wife.
That was a secret. That's a secret between you, me, and the millions of viewers.
Could I get you guys to read? I know we're veering a little bit here on this environment the president keeps talking about, Susan, and maybe it came up in your interview that the trend is the friend. Whatever you think of your politics or whatever, I am presiding over this booming economy, these booming markets. The media is picking on me, but the American people know that at the core, this recovery is real, this turnaround is real. All these CEOs are seeing it. These companies that are considering going public see it. What do you think?
Yeah, well, Uber is investing. I mean, they're spending a lot of money, but still burning a lot of cash.
Right.
And that is because the business is going strong. And in terms of the political aspect of the conversation, I asked Dara this question: is there a political bias? That's the feeling from President Trump and other employees of big tech companies. Silicon Valley has a liberal bias. And he says, in a very good answer, I would say, he goes, whether you're Democrat or Republican, your wait times on Uber are still the same. So
That's
they're bipartisan, like he says. But, he doesn't think there's a bias.
Joe will call them and we'll just take their sweet time. We'll be there whenever we feel like it.
If it's McDonald's, they should tell me to walk over.
But let me ask you about that, and you're close to the president, the people in the White House. It's got to be frustrating what's going on right now. And I'm wondering, one cabinet official after another has been saying, not me, not me, not me. What do you think?
Look, it's another week of some of the messaging that they like to be talking about being stepped on. The book review, the Bob Woodward book stuff, is not part of their control. But when you have a White House official that's doing an op-ed like this, it's certainly going to dominate the conversation.
Whole nother issue. Guys, I want to thank you both. Great interview again.
Thank you.
She, just talking to prime ministers, muckety mucks. And then she says, all right, I might stop by Cavuto's show.